Hello, ladies. It is me, obviously. I wanted to pop in here and do just a really quick, overall social media training for you guys because I've been noticing some really good posts, and I've also been noticing some posts that are good, but they could be so much better. So I wanted to share with you guys, this is going to be really fast. It's just a really quick outline of how I look at posting and how I want you guys to look at posting and some really applicable things that you can do and take away from this today. So the first thing is, as a coach, you need to be posting every single day on social media, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or both. You just need to be posting at least once a day, if not 2 times. I post 2 times a day, late morning, afternoon, and then a night post, because based on my insights, if you change your Instagram to a business profile, which I would highly recommend everybody does, you can see your insights and when is the best time to post. So for sure, looking at your insights and posting 1 time per day on your social media platforms, if not 2 times. Because we have to realize, yes, you feel like you're going to be annoying posting that much, but at the same time, if people aren't seeing your posts and they don't see that you're a coach and they don't see that you can help them and they don't see what you're doing, then how are they going to know that it's something they could be a part of? How are they going to know there's an opportunity for them to join you? So it's really important to get that out there on your social media by posting every single day. And you have to realize too, the goal of social media is to get to know people. We want people to see our social medias and get to know who we are and feel like they're our best friend, so that you can start building those relationships and build trust really fast and really easily. And so it's really hard to do that if you're not posting consistently. It's really hard to do that if you're only posting 1 post a day, honestly. If you're posting twice, there's so many more opportunities to let people know who you are and what you're about. So that's the first thing, post every day. Second thing is use your stories. Stories on Instagram are huge right now. Everybody's watching stories. I love stories because you can just be you and be honest and talk about your day. You can vent. You can talk about something you're excited about. You can show your workouts. That is the number one thing right now, is showing your workouts. I do 3 clips of my workouts every day, no matter what. If it's a rest day, then I tell on my story it's a rest day today, because I don't want people to freak out and be like, oh, she's not getting her workout in, because I want to show people that I'm consistent and that I will do my workout and I will show up, because in showing that, they're like, ooh, I think I could do that too. If she can do it, then I can do it. So you have to put your excuses aside, show up every single day on social media, and you have to story your workouts, because that'll get people excited and want to join you again. Second or third thing is posting an invite at least once per week. So whether this is a call to action about coaching or a call to action about a challenge group, you want to post one of those at least once a week. I usually post 1 of each type of call to action every week. So that means I'm posting 2. And if it's the beginning of the month and I'm trying to hit my goals and hit Success Club, then I will definitely post, last week, I think I posted 3 call to actions for people to join my challenge group in 1 week. So that's kind of crazy. And then the end of the month, I don't post as many anymore. Maybe I'll do 1 a week. I kind of slow it down. So you have to at least be posting 1 a week if you want, people to know you're a coach and that there's an opportunity for them to join you. You have to post it, right? Because what Instagram is doing right now with the algorithm is they're not showing all of your posts. They're not showing the timeline. So if someone gets on Instagram and sees the posts, it's not going to be like, okay, this person just posted, so there's their post, and then the next one and the next. It's not based on a timeline. Now it's based on engagement. So whoever has the best post out there and the highest engagement on that post, comments and questions and likes, whoever's post is blowing up, that's what they're going to see first. And then all the posts are after that are to come. So if your post has 1 like and no comments, it's probably not going to be seen by the people following you. So it's really important then to post at those good times, and to post maybe asking a question so that people want to engage and want to answer back. So again, all that to say, it's just good to think more is better, because people probably aren't seeing every single thing we post. If they are, that's awesome. But people aren't as obsessed with their Instagrams as we are as coaches, because we're trying to get this word out there. So always keep that in mind. The next thing is you 80% of the time on your social media. Like I want you to show you and who you are and what you love and your main brands that make up who you are 80% of the time. I know that is a lot. And then health and fitness, I want you to post about that only 20% of the time. That's like kind of the ratio I came up with, because I thought if we all have 5 brands, right? 5 things that we've defined that make us kind of like who we are. For example, I'll share with you mine. I'm like dog mom, yogi, health and fitness is one of those brands. So like nutrition and my workouts, and being a wife, and then probably tiny house living or like my RV life. So those are probably my 5 brands right now, and those can change as you change, as your life changes. You know, if you have a baby, then being a mom is probably going to become a huge part of your brand. So I want you guys, you know, each one of those things should get about 20% of the time. So if Beachbody and health and coaching is only one of those things, then that should only be getting 20% of the time, because you want people to get to know you for you. And then because health is also a part of your life, they're going to be like, wow, I love what she's doing. I want to sign up with her and join her team and join her group, and they'll get excited about it. But they're not going to join you if they don't know all those other things about you and really connect with you on those levels. So it's really important. Give each one of those brands like 20% of the focus of your social media. So like I said, again, 80% then therefore goes to like you and who you are and all those other brands that make you you. And then 20% goes to like health and fitness, coaching, all that kind of stuff. Then the next tip I have is, right now, what's blowing up in social media is curiosity marketing. That's kind of the term being thrown around. Curiosity marketing is, instead of me holding up my shaker bottle and going, look, I'm drinking my Shakeology today, and it says Shakeology right here, that's not curiosity marketing, because if I'm a girl watching that photo, what I'm going to do is go, Shakeology, that sounds interesting. I'm going to go Google it. So I Google it, find it. Whoa, it's $130, but look at all these cool ingredients. Oh, awesome. So then I'm either going to go and buy it separately without even like talking to the girl who posted that, or I'm not going to buy it and I'm just going to think it's like way too high priced. So what's really important to do is, instead of, you know, posting your shaker cup selfie and like smiling with your Shakeology, or hashtagging Beachbody, or hashtagging coaching, or hashtagging 21 Day Fix, or Lift 4, like don't use those terms, because what we want to do as coaches is create curiosity. You want to show a video of your workouts, but you don't want to say I'm doing Lift 4, because people are then going to go and Google Lift 4 and find out what it is, how much it is, and they're just going to either go buy it or not buy it, and you won't even be a part of that equation. So what we want to do is get people curious and interested in what we're doing. And you know, you can take a picture of your shake and be in the picture with your shake, but don't show the label of Shakeology. Just like show your smoothie and be like, I made this awesome smoothie and it makes me feel this, 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 and this. And then people are going to get curious and they're going to get excited, because they're going to want a piece of what you have. If that smoothie gives you, you know, joy, or makes you feel energized, or is delicious and tastes like dessert and helped you stop craving chocolate, then that's what they're going to want. So it's super important for us to create curiosity, because then that's where the person watching you is going to reach out and say, hey, I want your help. Hey, where did you get that shake? Hey, how did you make that smoothie? Hey, what workouts are you doing? Where are they from? Instead of like posting just directly hashtag Beachbody, hashtag coach, because then they're going to go, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. Oh, that's why she's using these products. Oh, that's why she's working out. Like, it's going to create the story for them already. And so then they get to decide what to do about that without you having any kind of part in that interaction. And there can be stigmas, either negative or positively, around that. So we want to just take that opportunity for people to do that out, because we live in this world of like an overflow of knowledge and information. So my job and our job as coaches is to don't give people information. Like, as much as they want it, don't give them the information. Like, take it out, create curiosity about what you're doing and what you're getting excited about. And, you know, the smoothie you're drinking with Shakeology, or the program you're doing. and be a little vague, like create a little curiosity, because that's going to cause conversations to start. And when conversations start, then you can build a relationship, and then you can get people involved with you. You can have them join your team, or you can have them do the workout like right alongside you, which is so much better. And I think that's the way the world needs to go in general with all that type of stuff. Like, I would way rather see a girl on Instagram who's drinking awesome matcha that I want to try, and I would way rather reach out to her and be like, hey girl, like, what is that matcha? Create a connection, create a friendship, rather than just like go Google it and order matcha. Like, there's no, like, the technological world and this information world is taking out the relationship and the connection. So I think it's cool that as coaches, we get, like, that's our job, is to create this curiosity so that people will want to talk to us about it, but also like that we get the opportunity to do that, and bring the world back to the focus of creating connections and relationships, which is what life should be all about. So curiosity marketing, do that. No more hashtag Beachbody, no more hashtag 21 Day Fix, no more hashtag Lift4. Don't do any of those hashtags. Just hashtag. So what should I hashtag about, right? Like, if you don't want to do that, hashtag about those other brands that I just talked about, how you want it to be like 80% your other brands and then like 20% your like health and fitness brand. So hashtag all these other brands like yoga, wife, dog mom, tiny home, or whatever your brands are. Like, maybe it's that you're a college student, maybe it's that you're a horse lover, maybe it's that you are a mac and cheese obsessed person. Like, I don't know, there can be so many different things. Like, pick the things about you that are very specific to who you are and what would resonate with other people too. So the last thing is quality of your pictures. So Instagram is a very visual platform. So what I want you guys to look at on your platforms when you're posting is are my pictures on Instagram, are they catching people's attention? Because what do people do on their phones all day long? Like, where's my phone? Oh, I'm recording with my phone. Here's my phone. People just sit there and they scroll. They mindlessly scroll. They don't even look at their phone sometimes. They just scroll, and sometimes they like while they're scrolling. So what we want to do is make a picture so freaking eye-catching and like amazing that people are going to scroll and they're going to be like, whoa, oh my gosh. Double tap, read it, and then just love it and like comment on it. Like, we want to catch people's attention. We want to stop them in their tracks. So the way to do that then is having pictures taken in light. So I wouldn't take a picture where I am right now. Maybe I would, it's like decent lighting, but ideally I would go in front of my window and take a picture with natural lighting pouring in on me, because natural light is just the prettiest. It makes everybody look better, rather than like yellow lighting. So find natural light always. Don't have the light behind you, have the light in front of you. Secondly is have a color scheme with your platform. So maybe you like your pictures looking really natural. You don't even like to do a lot of edits. So maybe you could take saturation on like an edit and you could turn it up just a little bit so there's like a natural brightness and color. Or you could turn the brightness up, or you could turn sharpening up, so make it a little sharper. Keeping your naturals like a really light edit. That could be you. For me, I love rainbow. Like, I literally saturate my pictures so much. I brighten them up so much. I make it so colorful that nobody scrolling will be able to like not stop, because they're just so dang colorful. And I think that represents who I am and who I want to be, and the type of person that I want to attract is someone really bold and colorful and passionate. So maybe you want to have your whole feed black and white, like cool, but make it all black and white. The key here is to have like a consistency, because that brings people back to your page and they know what to expect and they like it. I know some people that have like kind of like a pink filter on all of their photos, so that can be an option. I know some other girls who have like a blue tint, or if your favorite color is like green, like you could have a green tint. I don't know. Get some photo editing apps. VSCO Cam is one of my favorites. It's VSCO Cam, all caps, VSCO. That is one of my favorite editing apps, and just like mess around with some of the filters some days. Like, it's so fun. I freaking love editing photos. Another really good editing app is Afterlight. That one I think you have to pay for, but I really like that one too. Like, just download them, start editing some of your photos. It's so fun, guys. The next thing is just, like I kind of said before, I guess, consistency. So making sure that your photos all sort of have a consistent vibe about them, whether that's the color scheme or whether that's the amount of like clarity or like what is the word, sharpness that you have in the photos. Like, you don't want to have one photo over here be like really, really dark, you know, you took it in at nighttime, and then one photo over here be really, really bright and you took it in the middle of the day. Like, you want to kind of have a cohesive, like, consistency, like almost as if you're scrolling in a magazine, you know, you look at that magazine and like it's a blend of photos. You know how magazines will have like all these different photos blended together on one page and like everything just looks good together? That's how you kind of want to look at your Instagram feed, and like imagine that that's what your feed looks like. It's just this like magazine layout, you know, like have some balance of, you know, not every single picture is you, not every single picture is a picture of your coffee mug, but maybe have like you and then your coffee mug and then your dogs and then you and your husband or you and your boyfriend, and then, you know, so creating a little bit of balance but also consistency in every one of those photos. So like making the edits the same on all of those photos, or making the color scheme the same on all those photos, and making sure all of those photos are bright and all of those photos are clear. That's the other thing, is making photos really bright and clear. I put those as two separate points, but they kind of fit into this. We really want our photos to be bright, and sometimes when you take photos in a darker spot or even on a selfie mode on a very like old iPhone, it's like super blurry. And there are ways you can go into Afterlight or ViscoCam and edit and make it sharper and clearer. So definitely utilize that. But if your photo was really blurrily taken, is that a word? I don't even know. Or if your photo was taken maybe while someone was moving, they took it of you and it's not very clear, like I would just not post it, because we really want stuff that's going to catch people's eye. So always going back to, is this cohesive with my feed? Does it like all look like a magazine layout? Is it beautiful? Is it eye-catching? Is it going to stop the scroll? And then lastly, don't be afraid to show you in your feed. Like, you kind of have to treat your Instagram feed like it is a magazine featuring you. Because what do people go, you know, your Instagram name is probably you. It's like mine is Leanna Soar. It's like, it's my name. So what are people going to go to my Instagram for? Not pictures of my cat. I don't even have a cat. Not pictures of like my walls. Not pictures of my shoes. Like, they want a picture of me. And that is not selfish, guys. Like, that is what you have to do, because you are presenting you and your life on your platform to get people curious about your life and interested in what you're doing and want to join you and maybe start their own health journey. So the best way to do that is to present you. So I know that was a lot of tips, but I hope it was very helpful for you guys. I just kind of wanted to go over like the basics of social media. If you have any more questions about social media and kind of like details into every single thing I just talked about, like please feel free to comment below or ask me right now. I have like a few more minutes. But yeah, those are like my top tips with social media. When I first started, also, I want you guys to know that like I had no idea what I was doing when I first started. Like, I hated social media when I first started coaching. I hated posting all the time, and my coach just told me that was what I had to do. And so I followed her and I listened, and now it's amazing. Like, I love it. I kind of treat social media as like a journal. That's another good tip to think about, actually, is when you're posting, don't be consumed and stressed out and full of anxiety about, I have to create this content. I have to create something. I have to create this beautiful picture, because that's what I used to do. And it would take up all my time and stress me out all day long when I was really just had to post a photo, which takes like 5 minutes. Don't overcomplicate it. Like, keep it simple and document your life rather than creating your life. So think about, okay, I'm going to go do my workout today. Well, I could document that. I could take a picture of me. I could take a sweaty selfie. I could have my mom take a picture of me while I'm doing one of the workout moves. I could have my mom take a video, or set it up on your staircase and, you know, do a cool yoga pose. Or if you're, you know, I keep thinking of horses because I saw Maddie that you're watching. You know, if you're riding your horse and your mom is out there with you, or somebody, or you have a fence, like set your phone up on the fence and set the self timer and like get on your horse, you know? Document what you're doing as you're doing it. Always think of every opportunity in life as like an opportunity to get a quick document. And then when you just have tons and tons and tons of photos on your phone and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't posted today, I need to post today, then you'll have so many options to quick do that. So just get used to documenting your life instead of like creating this content. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be stressful. And the more that you do it, the more natural you'll get at it, and the quicker you'll be able to just pop out a post. You know, I used to stress out and take like 50 hours. No, just kidding. I used to stress out though and take like 45 minutes to come up with a post and like write it out and like think of all these things, and I would stress out so much. Maddie, you asked, it sounds silly, but how do you choose your captions? That is such a good question. So honestly, that is not a silly question at all, because I felt so silly when I was originally creating my captions. I felt like it had to be this like deep thing. Like every single caption I had like needed to be an essay. And really, honestly, now I just have like a stream of consciousness caption. So I look at a picture, you know, if it's like a picture of me and Chad today, we worked out, I looked at the picture and I was like, oh my gosh, it cracks me up how I love Chad so much in this moment, and we were just like having the best time, and we were like laughing our heads off and working out together today. But it cracks me up because, you know, there's also this and this and this that he did yesterday that kind of frustrated me, or still is frustrating me, and we haven't really talked about it yet. And so I kind of like, that was on my mind at the time of when I was posting the photo. So I could have, you know, posted the photo about anything else, but that was what was on my mind. So I usually just post what is on my mind. Like if I'm thinking about my dinner and how it tasted freaking amazing, and that's the picture I'm posting is me with my dinner, then I'm going to post about the dinner. I'm going to post the recipe, or I'm going to talk about how it made me feel really good and it's healthy. So it's like stream of consciousness. Like just look at your photo. What does it make you feel? What were you thinking about either in the moment or when you were taking the photo? And then just post about it. And just, it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't always have to end with like a magnificent quote or life's purpose and meaning. Like it can just be super, super simple. I honestly like am a long-winded person, and I love talking, and I would rather talk more than talk less. So my struggle is to slim down my captions and make them shorter rather than like these long things. But I think a lot of people in seeing me do that goes, oh my gosh, if I'm a coach, then I have to post like that, you know, and I have to have this really, really long thing. But you don't. You can make it super simple. You know, if there's a really, really good quote that you love, it has to do with sailing, and you have a picture of you sailing, like, put it together. Like, who cares? Make it easy. If it's a picture of me and Lola, I will literally just write out what I'm thinking looking at the picture of me and Lola. Like, I love my dog. Oh my gosh, Lola is the cutest thing. And I'll tell a little story. Stories are really, really good ways to write captions. Think about a story. And that's kind of like where my caption today came with when I posted about me and Chad working out. I was like, oh my gosh, like sometimes I feel like I have no idea what's going on in a man's brain. And some days I freaking love him and I feel like he's the best person in the world. So yeah, I hope that helps answer your question. I feel like that was pretty all over the place, but there's a lot of ways you can think about creating a caption. Like I said, like stream of consciousness, thinking of a story. What were you feeling in the moment that you took that picture? I feel like those are all really good things. So I hope this helped, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you post any more questions below in the comments, I'll answer them later. I'll just comment back to you. So yeah, you're welcome. Bye guys.